Hey, yo peeps. Hopefully this video, you can hear it okay, because my phone sucks a big one when it comes to audio stuff. But anyway, here's Alissa's theory lesson part 1. Welcome. Okay, so I was trying to figure out what I think you guys would benefit the most from knowing right now. So playing guitar or playing bass, Eric, if you ever play bass, I think that'd be really cool. You could totally rock the bass. I think I'm going to show you guys what half steps are. Basically, kind of show you like the notes on a guitar and what like half steps are going up and down. So basically kind of just like teaching you like the names of notes, which maybe you guys already know this a little bit. And I'll show you on the piano too, because maybe that'll help too. So in music, all notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. There's no H's or I's, none of that. Once you get to G, like on the piano, hopefully you guys can see this. I'll try to hold it up. But like down here is A, and then it just goes in alphabetical order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it just starts over. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So those are all of the notes on any instrument, no matter what you play. Every instrument has A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then something else that will help you guys with learning guitar and bass, I'm going to keep saying bass because it may happen, is it's good to know what a half step is. So a half step, either going up or down, it's just the next note. It's like the neighboring note. So like if this is your note that you're playing, which this is a D, not that you need to know that on the piano, but a half step up is this next note. So it's a neighboring note. The half step down from here is this note. It's the next note down. So those are a half step. So on a piano, it's usually from white notes to black notes, but there are 2 spots. Well, I mean, there's a bunch on the keyboard, but it's repeat. It's a pattern. Like this is a pattern. Anyway, but there's 2 notes or 4 notes, however you want it, 2 spots, 4 notes, where that's not the case. And it's right here and right here. So this is a B and this is a C. This is an E and this is an F. So between those spots in here, the next note up is actually just another white note. From here, it's just another white note. But that's still a half step. That's a half step. Okay, so the next thing you need to know, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to turn around. Hopefully that worked. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you, though, is what these look like on a guitar, because you're not playing piano. Who cares about a flipping piano? All right. So, on your guitar, you have 6 strings. So you probably know this because you probably had to look it up because you had to tune your guitar. But the lowest note, which is your top string, that's a low E, and then it goes up to a, and then a D. I'm just double checking my notes here. G, and then B, and then an E. So your highest note's an E. So we're going to use this one as an example, your highest one, your skinniest one. So that's an E. So just like I showed you on the piano, that's one of those special notes that if you go up a half step from E, it's actually just an F. And all of these frets right here are half steps. So like if I'm going to play an E, and I put my finger on this first fret, I'm making my note go up a half step, which makes it an F. However, though, sometimes it changes from a white note to a black note, and those get special names, which maybe you know this. So this is where your sharps and your flats come in. So if I'm playing, well, like this is an F. If I go up one more half step, that becomes, it's a black note on the piano. That becomes an F sharp, because I'm going up a half step. And the way that I taught my students to remember sharps and flats, first of all, the sharps are like the hashtag symbol, the number symbol. That's a sharp. So if you see that in music, that's what that means. It means that you're, like if it's A sharp, that means you're playing an A, but go up a half step. So it's a black note on the piano. And the way that I taught my kids to remember this is like the sharp symbol. It kind of looks like pokey on the end of it. So like if you sat down on it, you would like, woo, jump up, because it like, you know, hurts your bottom or whatever. But if you were to sit down on that, it would make you want to like jump up. So a sharp means you're going up a half step. The flat symbol it's like this. It looks like a weird looking bee. And it kind of looks like it's like a balloon that's kind of like deflating and going down. So if you see a flat, like if you have an A, but there's a flat with it, then that means that you're going to go down a half step and you're going to play A flat. So hopefully so far so good. Hopefully you're hanging with me. All of this means something. I promise you it does. So whether or not you need to know that, like, oh, I'm playing an E right now. Oh, I'm playing an F. Oh, I'm playing an F sharp. I don't know if you necessarily need to know that to play your chords, but it does come in handy for this reason. And this is why I've decided to start with this. Because especially for guitar, bass, you don't ever use a capo, but for guitar, if you are starting out, you are probably going to learn your G chords first, which your G chords happen to go with just the key of G. You don't need to know why these are the chords in G yet. Maybe that'll be the next lesson. Gunner, what, buddy? Oh my goodness. Come here, buddy. Pause, just one moment. Come on, buddy. Okay, so the reason why you need to know this is because you guys are all learning probably your G chords first, which is G. That's what a G is. Oh, this is not in tune. Whatever, we're gonna go with it. Oh gosh, that's horrible. Okay, so you have G. You also have D. You have E minor, and then C. Those are like the 4 main chords that you'll play in the key of G. So if you know those chords, if you know your the key of G really well and all those fingerings, you can take a capo. A capo was like that little metally pincher thing that you'll see like Julie and me and Matt use. Matt doesn't use it very often because he's really good and he doesn't really need to use it that much because he knows almost all of his keys or all of his chords. But you can take that and you can move it up like certain half steps and it changes the key of your song. So, for instance, if we were to ever sing a song at church in the key of C, I know that I could take my capo, and because of what I just showed you about half steps, I know that from G to C is 5 half steps. I'm going to show you on the piano. Hopefully you can see this. So it goes from here, this is G, and I got to go all the way up to here. So in between those is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why it's important to know this. So I can take my capo and on my guitar, go up 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I would put my little clip right there. And then this becomes my new like first fret. Like what I was playing right here, this becomes that now. I wish I had my capo. I don't have my capo. But if that were there, just pretend that there's a capo there. Then I can still play my, it's not going to sound right because I don't have a capo there, but then I could still play my G fingering chords right there. I can still play the same fingering. I don't have to learn new fingering, but it's going to be in the key of C. So you can do that for, like, let's say you want to play in the key of B. You would go up 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still keep the same fingering for G and your D chord and your C chord and your E minor chord. It's just in the key of D now. B. It's in the key of B now. So you can do that up until a point. Like if you get the capo up here way too high, it starts to not sound good. That's why it's good to know how to play in other keys. Why it's good to play other chords. So anyway, I think that's it. So half steps, it's just going up or down. If you go up a half step, it's a sharp. If you go down a half step, it's a flat. And that'll help you, like once you know your G chords, it'll help you know like where to put your capo. You can figure that out. So you can also Google it. I had to do that a couple times. I'm like, hey, I want to play this song in blah, blah, blah key. Like, where do I put the capo? So anyway, there you go. First theory lesson, half steps. That's it. All right, peace.